Hi, this is Mrs. Allen, and in this video we will be looking at proving segment relationships. Example 1. Proof with segment addition. Prove the following. Given that line segment WX is equal to line segment YZ, prove that line segment WY equals line segment XZ. So, if we just look at our picture and think about what we're going to prove first, I know that WX is equal to YZ. And I've got to get to say that WY equals XZ. So if you look at the picture and we've got something missing from both of the little pieces that we're going to have to add to be able to make the bigger pieces. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start this off with a 2-column proof. I'm going to make my T-chart, statements on the left, reasons on the right, and the first thing I'm going to do is write down the given information. They tell me that WX equals YZ, and I'm going to go ahead and mark that in the picture so I know that those are equal to each other. Okay, like we said, to get to our bigger pieces, WY and XZ, we need to add XY to both of those little pieces. And since XY is going to be the same length no matter which piece we add it to, we can add it to both sides. It's like adding the same number to both sides of that equation. So I would have WX plus XY and XY plus YZ, and that's going to be the addition property because I'm adding the same piece or same number to both sides. Okay. Then I'm going to look at what WX plus XY would equal and what XY plus YZ would equal. Well, if I add those pieces together, WX plus YZ would equal WY, and XY plus YZ would equal XZ. That's the segment addition postulate, adding two pieces to get a whole piece. And then now I can replace, because WX plus XY would equal WY, and XY plus YZ equals XZ, so I can replace that with XZ. So I'm going to substitute WY for WX plus XY, and I'm going to replace XZ with XY plus YZ. And that's what we were trying to get, so that would finish our proof. Example 2. Proof with segment congruence. Prove the following. Given that line segment AB is congruent to line segment BC and line segment AD is congruent to line segment DE and line segment BC is congruent to line segment AD, prove that line segment DE is congruent to line segment AB. So the first thing I would want to do is mark my picture and see what all of the pieces are that are congruent to each other. Alright, the first method I'm going to use is the paragraph proof method. So it is given that line segment AB is congruent to line segment BC and line segment BC is congruent to line segment AD. Thus, line segment AB is congruent to line segment AD by the transitive property. It is also given that line segment AD is congruent to line segment DE. By the transitive property, line segment AB is congruent to line segment DE. Therefore, line segment DE is congruent to line segment AB by the symmetric property. 2-column proof. So I'm going to do that next. The first thing I'm going to do is make my T-chart, statements and reasons. And this time I'm not going to use all the given information first. I'm just going to use two pieces. I'm going to use the first piece that they give me and the last piece. So they say that line segment AB is congruent to line segment BC and line segment BC is congruent to line segment AD, and that's given. Now, since I'm looking at it this way, I can easily tell the next thing I want to do is use the transitive property. I want to cut out that middleman BC and just say that line segment AB is congruent to line segment AD. Now I'm going to use the second piece of given information that they gave me. Line segment AD is congruent to line segment DE. And again, I could use the transitive property. I could cut out that middleman AD and say that line segment AB is congruent to line segment DE. Now I'm almost to what I need. I need it to say line segment DE is congruent to line segment AB, but I have line segment AB is congruent to line segment DE. So I can use the symmetric property and just flip that and say line segment DE is congruent to line segment AB. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you better understand proving segment relationships.